and welcome to another California Guy video with your boy California Guy. What's up, everybody? And welcome to this all new video. The video is about the apparent censorship on YouTube. Now, apparently, a bunch of butthurt black women is upset at content from black men and I guess other black women. And so with them being upset, I guess they have a hit list, a false flag campaign. Now, I've been seeing a lot of different YouTubers, black and white, come out and speak against this. But you guys got to remember, you guys have power also. That false flagging, unless it's hate content, it's time to start breaking down the policies of YouTube. You can't really flag a person unless it goes around hate content. Now, if you're making opinionated pieces or satirical pieces and that kind of content, that's one thing. People like, and let me give you guys an example about censorship on YouTube and the difference between this media. Uh, there was a radio host, I'm sure you guys remember, named Rush Limbaugh, who's been out for at least 30, almost about 40 years. And Rush Limbaugh has made his career off of, to me, content that's questionable, racist content and different content on his radio show. Now, people have been pressing the FCC to ban Rush Limbaugh, FCC. And so far, his content comes under freedom of speech. Him and the conservative right wing radio host that's on radio. They do, right wing radio. They're under the right of freedom of speech. Now, me personally, there's a lot of YouTubers that I don't agree with, whether they're coons, pro blacks, black conservatives, black liberals, female or male. A lot of them I don't agree with, but I don't believe in censorship in America. That's stuff that Kim Jong Un does in North Korea. That's stuff that Vladimir Putin do. A man and a woman has a right, black or white, to state their opinions. And for a black woman to be angry at black men for making opinions is really, really Looney Tune. And their campaign is not going to last long because you can't censor a person who is putting out content, content creation, whether it's radio, pod. And again, I speak for myself. I do radio. I podcast, and I do YouTube videos. I do YouTube videos in comic books and pop culture. I'm a major comic book person, and I do it on films. And then I do political commentary also in day to day talk, such as black issues and political issues, is what I do secondly. And I'm a very opinionated guy on the comic book end. And I went through this actually a couple of years ago before I even came to the black sector and I started doing black content. I went through this on the comic book part because a lot of YouTubers were butthurt because I was talking about comic book movies that they either liked or disliked, so they used to flag my videos down. They had a campaign against Kelly Guy years ago when it came to comic book stuff, comic book movies, and they would flag my videos down because they didn't like the stuff I was saying about comic books. So in turn, I'm seeing the same thing. This is not new, by the way, to a lot of these black men because fans do that. Comic book fans have done it to me, and Star Wars fans have done that also when they didn't like the content that I was putting out there. So whenever they don't like the content, they start to flag. They start to false flag. But and again, only way YouTube could ban you off for their site is if you're doing blatantly hate content, like you're saying certain things. So it's a matter of hate speech, inciting violence, and it comes into those territories. You're inciting murder, maybe on a public venue, maybe even cyberbullying a specific person. But at the end of the day, once you become public, once you're public, you're immune to criticism. So you're gonna get these butthurt individuals that's gonna start this campaign up. That means that their feelings are so hurt, and they can't help but to go and listen to your videos or click on your videos or your content that they hurt their own feelings. Now, there's a lot of black YouTubers that I don't care for. So I don't listen to their videos. A lot of them I don't subscribe, and I do. I subscribe to some of them. I don't listen to them. You know, if it's videos that I really don't care for, I don't listen to the content because at the end of the day, it's not important. So for these black women to take the position of a dictator is wrong, and I side with the black conservatives and the black liberals and the coons and the pro blacks on this issue because you're endangering people's freedom of speech. And that's what it's all about. It's about freedom of speech. Whether it's Tommy Sotomayor, whether it's New Possibilities, whether it's the Vice Show, Tariq Nasheed, myself, and I'm a low level YouTuber, so I'm not no big YouTuber, but I don't want people's content in danger. Madhead Doctor, all these different guys, they put out different videos with different ideals. Some of them I disagree with, others I agree with, but I would never flag their videos down. In fact, a couple of guys have did videos on me on stuff I was saying in my videos, but I've never flagged them down. Some stuff I disagree with, and I would hope they don't flag my videos down because I would never want them to flag them. But I rarely do response videos to different black YouTubers for that reason is because I am scared that my content would get flagged down. So I don't want to be taking a chance because they dislike something I'm saying about the content of their video. They take it as a beef or as something that's an attack against them. But I believe in the freedom of speech. And again, it goes back to the Rush Limbaugh argument. As much as I dislike Rush Limbaugh, I don't try to get him taken off radio. I don't, try to file complaints with the FCC, which people do. They file against him and Sean Hannity and other ones, but at the end of the day, it's freedom of speech, and we do not have to listen to him. Rush Limbaugh has said different things on his radio shows that was very disgusting towards different races of people and his enemies, but at the end of the day, it's his freedom of speech. And it's America, and that's the purpose of America. What black people don't understand is about the U.S. being a good country because we were able to exercise our rights even though we was being restricted as slaves. If it wasn't for freedom of speech, black people wouldn't have caused the Civil War. If it wasn't for freedom of speech, we wouldn't have ended apartheid in Jim Crow land. If it wasn't for freedom of speech, you wouldn't have had school bus boycotts because we used our freedom of speech to write newspapers, write articles, to speak to the masses, and people listen, write books in some cases. A lot of times people wrote books in those days because they didn't have Facebook. And so we wrote books, and so that's how freedom of speech came to be. But when you have people censoring stuff, that's where it goes wrong. But I thought to share this, I'm not going to make it a long video. Like and share this video, people. Peace out.